What's up, guys? It's Drew here for another severe weather forecast. It's Tuesday, April 22nd, and let's take a look. So, if we take a look here, we have a slight risk, a 2 out of 5 here, that goes through parts of central to southeast Kansas, down through parts of Oklahoma, and down through Texas. And that includes places such as Wichita and Lubbock. And we have a 1 out of 5 marginal risk surrounding that. That includes places such as Des Moines, Kansas City, and let's see, Des Moines, Kansas City, and Chicago are some areas included in that. And then we also have a marginal risk that stretches down here from Alexandria, Jackson, all the way up to Raleigh and Charlotte. So, yeah, those are some areas down in that risk area. Now, the tornado risk is very conditional for today. There's actually severe weather ongoing as I am recording this right now, so I'm going to try to get through this and, get this uploaded as quick as I can, but we have a 2% outline tornado risk where a few tornadoes could definitely be possible in this area. Now, if we look at our wind, we have a hatched wind risk, which is a 10% or greater probability of wind gusts 65 knots or greater, which I don't know what that is in miles per hour, but yeah, just stay more aware for sure if you're in this hatched wind risk. And that includes places such as Midland, Fort Stockton, and Lubbock. And we have a normal 15% risk surrounding that, which includes places such as Woodward and Wichita. I hope I pronounced that right. I may not even have said that right. So, correct me if I'm wrong on that. And then we have a 5% risk surrounding that. That includes places such as Des Moines, Kansas City, and Fort. Oh boy, Fort Sill? I don't know. I don't know on that. Oh my. And then we have that 5% risk back over here that includes those same areas such as Atlanta, Alexandria, and Charlotte. Oh my. Now, if we look at our hail risk, we have a... Bro, what just happened? Oh my. Okay, give me a minute. No! Okay, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. Holy crap. Anyway, we have a hatched hail risk right here, down in parts of... Down in parts of southern Texas. And of course, that's going to be a risk for 2-inch or greater hail, which is about the size of a lime or greater. And then we have a general 15% slight risk surrounding that. It includes places such as Wichita, Lubbock, and Abilene. Oh, and by the way, that hatch risk includes places such as West Odessa and Midland, Texas. And then we have that 5% surrounding that. That includes places such as Kansas City, New Orleans, and Charlotte. And then we have two separate 5% areas for this is the hail. Yeah, we have two separate 5% areas for hail down here. This one here includes places such as Jackson and Birmingham. And the one up here includes places such as Charlotte and Raleigh. So, yeah, let's take a look at some models. So this is taking a look at our 0 to 3 kilometer above ground level cape, I believe is what this is. No, and I don't want that. And it's going to click on random things now that I don't want. So anyway, we're looking at cape values here. This is as of 4 o'clock this afternoon, which at the time of recording, it's currently 4:20 right now. So if we look kind of down here, kind of where our 2% is, you can see some lower level instability values down in here. And then kind of going up through this little corridor right up here through central parts of Texas up through North Texas, through Oklahoma, and through Kansas, where they very low in Kansas right now. And as we take a look at 5 o'clock, start to increase slightly over parts of Oklahoma and central Kansas. Still not too much changing down in Texas down here. Now, as far as our friends over here in this little risk area, you can see that it is a bit more elevated, actually, cape levels in this area, which could lead to some more potent storm development, I think. For sure, a more unstable atmosphere, but I think there could be some greater storm development around this area, just not as potent or severe as for the people in the slight risk. So if we take a look at, continue here, 6 o'clock, we can see that starting to crease kind of down in Texas here a little bit. And not much really changing for really up in this area here. Main areas to watch for, I think, for higher cape values and stuff like that is kind of around in this little trifecta kind of area. These 3 states kind of right here. Also right here, I think, is where we could see some more robust development. So this would be as of 7 o'clock, I believe. Yeah, so this is as of 7 o'clock here. We can see, we take a look, the cape values are actually kind of starting to diminish a little bit out of this little, where this 2% tornado risk would be, except for maybe kind of up in here a little bit. But besides that, they're kind of starting to dwindle off a little bit. Starting to slightly pick up a notch here in central parts of Kansas. And then, we continue over here. Still some slightly elevated cape values over in this area. And then again, up here, really not too much except for this, maybe a little bit of a corridor, kind of right in western parts down here. No, way too far. Take a look at 8 o'clock now. We can see that still this little corridor right here with some decent cape value readings. And then right around in this area, still looking not too shabby. And then right up here, still maybe about on the edge of that 2% tornado risk, but I don't know if these values right here, these darker colored values, are exactly in that 2%, but if they are, I feel like we could definitely see a few isolated tornadoes kind of right in this area right here. So this is as of 9 o'clock. We can see still kind of moving off to the east with those like cape values. So I think after about 8 o'clock is when we'll probably stop seeing a threat for tornadoes there. That's my personal belief. Yeah, so actually this is as of 9 o'clock, of course, on here. So still, again, some somewhat decent values kind of running through these 3 states in that little corridor right there. But no, I didn't want the sounding. Okay, so let's see. Alright, so this is 10 o'clock. So as we continue going through here, you can definitely see that cutoff still with those values. And then kind of starting to diminish a little bit in this marginal risk over here. Not for sure, not zero. Maybe these upper areas right here that are like on the edge of that outlined risk area could still get some decent storms, but I think they're starting to kind of dwindle over there. This would be about 11 o'clock. I think. Yeah, it'd be about 11 o'clock. We can see that kind of, still kind of diminishing in this area. Again, these might be closer to that edge of that outline risk area. We continue to move here through these states again. You can see that little kind of gap of missing cape values, if you want to call it. Threat definitely starting to diminish, I think. Alright, let's see, so 2. Alright, so hold up here. So, yeah, this is as of midnight right here. You can still see that the value's still kind of cutting off in here and through here as well. And still through here. So, yeah, now let's take a look here at our Give me 1 minute. Let's take a look if I can find it. Alright, yeah, let's take a look at our composite reflectivity here to see when we can expect these storms to start. So, this is as of 4 o'clock here. We can see those cells really starting to fire off kind of in that 2% tornado risk. Now, these cells right here definitely have a more discrete mode to them, which makes them to where I do really think that these could go severe somewhat quickly. And, a couple of these cells kind of more in northern parts of Texas. I think same with them as well. Scattered storms and showers throughout this marginal risk area. A couple of these definitely could be low to low, moderate grade, severe kind of around here. But really, I don't expect as much really tornado action, if you will, around this marginal area. I mean, there's not really even a outlined tornado risk threat for this marginal area. So we continue now. This would be into, okay, never mind, it's an hour too late. This would be into 5 o'clock. We can see that cells are continuing to fire off here. Again, these, of course, with this model, it is showing that these are going to be more discrete, which would make them have a higher severe threat. We can see, storms and showers continuing to fire off around here, Louisiana, Alabama, kind of up through here. Mississippi, through here. So, showers still firing off. A few severe storms I could definitely see out of this action, but really not as much tornado-wise. Alright, so we continue into what would be 6 o'clock now. We can see storms start to push into Oklahoma and one cell kind of in central Kansas here. These, I would say, do definitely have a potential still to be severe, but I think kind of these cells down through here would have a better shot, in my opinion, to stay severe. And, maybe this kind of isolated cell up in central Kansas, but, once you get down here, still have showers and storms. A few of these I could for sure seeing being low to moderately low grade severe. So nothing much of a change down there. We head into 7 o'clock. We can see storms starting to really kind of fire off around south central Kansas here, down through this corridor, and Oklahoma and Texas down through here. Few of these you can definitely see the hail, like kind of this one right down here. You can see that hail core on it. And, a few couple isolated little showers and storms down in here. And, again, not too much changing on this. Just, again, a few, severe storms here and there I could definitely see. Especially some of these down here with the hail with them. I do think could be at least a low-grade severe threat. So this is as of 8 o'clock here. Wait, what? Hold up. Okay, did I... Give me a minute. I need to make sure I didn't go 1 hour too. Okay, no, never mind. I think I'm good. Give me a second. Oh my. Alright, so now we head into 8 o'clock here, where we continue to see showers and storms firing off across Kansas down into Oklahoma and Texas. Again, just some spotty showers and storms here, more towards east central Texas. Again, nothing much changing. I think the main story for the night kind of over here is just going to be really general, low grade, strong to low grade severe thunderstorms around this area. I don't think we're going to see anything mega large or anything. So this is as of 9 o'clock tonight. We continue to see those storms kind of pushing into Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. And really, if we take a look at the model, as of starting 9 o'clock tonight, that's when I think those storms will really start kind of shutting down here over in this marginal risk area over here. After we get past 9 o'clock, I think we will be close to the end of the threat. Close in that risk area. So this is as of 10 o'clock tonight. We can see still pushing into Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas up here. Again, a few of these, especially the ones that have that hail core mixed into them, could be more severe. But over here, I think we're basically done with severe weather, except for some stronger storms and maybe an isolated severe storm or two over here. But really, I think after we get past 9 o'clock, we will be close, again, close to good on that severe weather threat. This is going to be as of 11 o'clock tonight, I believe. Yeah, as of 11 o'clock tonight, storms still pushing in up into kind of parts of east central northern Kansas, and then kind of down here, a couple of these still, I do believe, will be severe. And then take another look over here. Yeah, we're basically done in this area at this point. I mean, there's not much in the way of storms around this area as of that time. And finally, take a look at midnight here. Storms kind of starting to dwindle even a little bit now in northern Kansas, except for kind of a little line, maybe even a little bit of a bowing feature to this up here. And then starting to kind of turn to a, more of a bowing segment, even maybe down here a little bit. So, yeah, just some strong storms and maybe a couple of severe storms around here. But again, I don't really expect this to be a big time outbreak or anything. Just a mainly wind and hail threat I do expect at this. So yeah, one thing real fast I do want to show you is the future outlook, the day 7 severe weather outlook, because we do have a risk for that outline. So let me get over to that real quick. So this is a look, okay, if I can pull it up. Oh my. Okay, so this is a look here at the day 7 outlook, which is a week from now, from about Monday to Tuesday. We can see here that it goes down through southeast Kansas and covers really a majority of Kansas down to western Kansas here. Covers parts of the Corn Belt states here through eastern Nebraska, Iowa, and up into South Dakota here even, and parts of Missouri are also included in this. Of course, some big areas included in this would be Kansas City, Wichita, and Lincoln, Nebraska, just to name a few. Now this, I could definitely see being a higher grade severe weather threat, I do believe. And even as we start getting really up north, this is decently early for some of these more northern states to start getting these severe weather threats like this. But yeah, just stay weather aware, and of course I will keep, watching this closely as it gets refined over the next week. So yeah, that is probably going to be it for this forecasting video. I know it's definitely a much longer forecasting video than I would usually do, but I was just trying to show you more models and things like that. But I hope you did enjoy nonetheless, and yeah, I will see you in the next weather forecasting video.